Hi guys, Rams 101 here with the Dji-Om5. So I've been using this for a little while, quite impressed with it. We've got the DJI-OM Feel Light Phone Clamp, and this is the newest one, the DJI Osmos Mobile 6. So this is brand new. We're going to unbox that and have a look and see what the differences are. So we'll start with the new one. So apparently this works on both of these, which is a big plus. I guess we'll find out about that in a minute. So just gonna open this. This has already been torn, so don't really need that, do we? So apparently this has got better tracking. There's a few upgrades to it, but I'm very excited about this one. Put that to the side, and let's get straight into it. That's if we learn how to open it. So it clearly opens from there. Not bad. Right, so we've got some instructions on the box itself. It's telling you to download the app. So that's the guide, and that's step 1, 2, and this is how you'd attach your phone, and then the extension itself. So I think the extension has been quite good. Really do like the fact that you can get higher shots. Okay, so this is your user manuals, the pouch. Let's have a little look inside here. So you get the pouch with it, which also I believe a pouch comes with the older one, but I've never really got around to looking at it. It's like a suede kind of carrying case. Nice. Inside you have the charging cable, like so. And it's good that it's a thicker cable and deliver better charging to it. And that's it for inside here. Let's put that to the side. So we've got the stand, which will join to. I'm glad that they changed the color. The other ones you could only get a pink and a white and a grey. I'm glad they've changed that around. The clamp seems bigger than the previous one, which is good. But obviously, in terms of what phone will fit in here, that's all on their online web page. So anything that's a bit thicker, so the fold is definitely out of the question, unfortunately. Okay, so you've got some pads in there if you need some extra cushioning, and this is it. Let's get this open. Oh yes. So I believe this is the zoom, which works a lot better than the previous. But let's put that onto its stand. And we'll remove the box. So as soon as you open it, it powers up. Nice. Screw that on here. And that's it for the box. So I'll put this to the side. And this is it. I like the magnetic clamp. I think it's quite substantial. Okay, so now it's vibrating. You bring it, let's get rid of that. Okay, so that's the gimbal itself. And I was saying about the magnetic clamp. I do like the way it just attaches, and it's very, very secure. I can't say I've come across it where it's fallen off at all. The color, outstanding, and as we open it up, it switched straight on. So I like that, and also like the control button. That's quite nice. Right, so take that off. Let's close this up for a minute. I'll bring out the previous one. And straight away it switched itself off. Fantastic. Right, we'll keep that there because we're going to try that on both of them. And let's have a look at the previous one. So the previous one, obviously it comes with your manuals. This is the device itself, but with this one, it didn't switch itself on. You'd have to switch it on from the side here. As I was saying to you about the zoom thing, you'd press this to zoom in, to zoom out, and that's your controls to rotate it. So I think I definitely from the off like this. It just seems a little bit more user friendly. Let's put that here. You get your clamp with it. Sorry, your stand, charging cable. And with the previous one, you get this. I wonder if it's in the new one. I'll have a little look. And this is the clamp itself. So we'll check the two of them out together. And inside here is your cover. Let's put that all to the side. We can look at some quick comparisons. Right, so size-wise, this definitely would feel a bit more comfortable in your hand. I think that fits quite perfectly. And you've got space for your fingers there, the trigger button's right there. That's your controls. This would be your zoom, the mode buttons there. Switch that off. Okay, so this will be a record button, and this is to rotate. So if you double tap that, your phone rotates to suit your need. And I'll show you that in a second. So this actually did feel quite good for what it was. Right, so this one, again, it doesn't feel bad at all actually. I do like that. And what they've done here is they put the mode button in front, so your thumb doesn't need to go to the side, it's just right there. The record button's there, rotate button. This definitely feels better than the previous one. And the zoom, again, everything can be done by one hand if you wanted to, which is it's a good touch, and it's a plus. At the bottom here, you can add weight in if you want to stabilize it from something that's possibly a bit higher. And here you've got I'm not sure what that is. That's to show that it's attached. It's like a pin, which we'll have a look at that in a sec. So these are two clamps side by side. You can see with the newer one, it's actually bigger than the previous, which for me is a big plus. I did think this was on a bit of a slim side, but nonetheless, it does the job. This is more substantial, and you see it opening up. It opens up to about there, and this one also about the same kind of length, but this is definitely bigger. So if you were to attach the phone, and in this case we're using the Z Fold, let's put that down. So it'll tell you which side the camera should be facing. So we'll just attach that there, and we'll just pull that across. So this definitely grips my phone a lot better. And we just make sure that that's centered, like so. So this is the new one. Okay, so that's on, and that's that. So from here, if I was to push the rotate button, it'll just rotate for me and rotate back. So with this, the first thing you're going to need to do is make sure that you got to calibrate it. So by attaching this, lay down flat, go to settings, into calibrate, and it will allow you to do that. So let's set this up. You're going to need to install the DJI app, which is right here. We'll look for device. Sec. Right, so it automatically starts searching, and it's telling me that the device is there. We just push connect. And that's it. So, right. Okay, so first thing it does is it tells you to go through the settings, which is a good thing if this is the first time you're using it. We're going to skip that for now. But in all honesty, all I really need to do is push record, or if I want to change the mode from video to tilt lock. Okay, so that stops it from moving. Quite nice. Right, so we'll push record, and then that keeps everything stable. The good thing about this is the tracking. The tracking is quite outstanding. So if I just make a square there, this would then track whatever I wanted it to track. So for instance, if I was to just track this box, it would automatically move around to kind of make it work. So it's obviously more made to track humans, mainly faces. But if I move this around, it will position itself to make sure that it stays with that. The tracking on this is meant to be better. And I want to test the zoom. Okay, so that's automatically so much more comfortable. So I think all in all, I'm quite impressed with this. Definitely love the color, but we'll get into testing it out properly. So there we have it. And from the off, I'd say I'm quite impressed with this. It definitely makes taking photos and making videos that much more fun. The thing I am interested in knowing is if this works with the new one. So if you're taking selfies and stuff like that, and you're making videos, this thing just obviously is worth the money. And I'll just show you some of the settings on it. So this is all it is. You've got a button on the side here, you've got a button here. So if I was to press the power button here, the light just switches on. I'll put that like that. And it's a substantial light. So there's 3 settings to adjust the brightness, and then the 4th one switches it off. So we switch that on and we push the side button here. You can also change the lighting to make it a bit more suitable to what you're looking for. So maybe a warmer color, something more brighter. So this is the warmer setting. I do apologize, you can't see that for what it is, but all things said and done, this thing is seriously impressive. So that's that, and it should have the same attachment to this. So I want to see how that looks on here and if it actually works. So the working itself isn't a part of the gimbal. Just want to obviously make sure that is in the center so it balances everything out. So move it over a little bit there. Moment of truth. Okay. So this would now the selfie side of things. Just go back to connecting it. Go down. Right. So with taking selfies at this point, the camera would be focused on your face. We can just again tilt and move that to exactly where we want it. You'd mark the square out on your face, and then obviously we're talking about switching this light on. Where did it go? It's right here. So this is a bit bright, but that automatically illuminates. So if this was facing the other way around, I'd be tracking my face and I'd be doing my blog or whatever it is you might be doing. And it definitely offers a good lighting system. So if I was to tap that on the side here, I can change and adjust what kind of light I'm looking for. And it makes all the difference. So all things said and done, this definitely works. If you haven't got one of these and you are kind of making videos on yourself, it's not a bad thing to have, if I'm being honest. It definitely provides a better lighting system. So the answer to the question is that the lighting system definitely works. In terms of this, I think the settings on this, the way they've done the whole setup here, it's so much better. I definitely like the way they've set that out. So even having the digital display at the top here, rather than just a couple of lights at the bottom, it makes all the difference. And if you've got any other kit for it, they both have the same attachments at the bottom, so you won't find that you have any problems screwing this into your previous accessories. So big thumbs up to that. And if you're starting off with this kind of stuff, this isn't a bad one to have. I mean, it's done me really, really well. I've done quite a few videos with this, more within the family and stuff like that, weddings and all that kind of stuff. And people are just truly amazed with this. This is cheap at the moment. It's not massively expensive, so not a bad thing to start out with, but this definitely wins it for me. The zoom button on the side, the way they've set this up, the feeling of this as well, the control, it's a lot better. It's so much easier to do everything with just one thumb. So yeah, we'll definitely make a few more videos on this. I want to test out the modes. I want to see how good the tracking is. So we'll get to that. Guys, thank you for taking the time. As always, appreciate the comments, appreciate the thumbs up and the subscribes. Drop me a message. All the best. Rams 101 out.